Hi guys, welcome you all. It was Feb of 3. The stock of the Meta has gone down by 26%. Yeah, you heard it right. It's not a crypto, it's a Facebook stock. The company which is the top 10 company in the world. And this company's stock is going down by 26% in a single day. It was one of the biggest crash for any company on the Wall Street. If you just look at the market cap of the stock gone down by 250 billion. The market cap has gone below 600 billion. If you just look at yesterday, even on 11th of Feb, the stock has gone down by 3%. Even many of the big investment firms has also downgraded the rating for Meta. So the stock has been continuously down. There are some of the issues which these companies, these big investors are seeing into this particular tech giant. So what are the issues and what is going wrong for Facebook or Meta? We are going to discuss about in detail. First of all, we will discuss about the business, how the business model of the Facebook work. We'll just have a glance at it. Then we'll discuss about what are the issues, and at the same time, we'll also discuss some of the solutions which I have read, I personally think they can implement, and we'll discuss that as well. So this video is divided into three parts. Let's get started without further ado. First thing, what is the business model of the Facebook or business model of the Meta? So first of all, I would like to clarify that if you do not know, the name of the Facebook was changed to Meta, and in that case, the Meta is a parent company, and then there are three to four companies which come under it. Facebook come under Meta, WhatsApp come under Meta, Instagram come under Meta, and then their Metaverse platform also come under the Meta. 98% of their revenue, 97 to 98% of their revenue comes from advertisement, and rest of 2 to 3% of the revenue comes from the Metaverse platform, where they sell different even hardware, software services to their customers. So now let us understand how they generate the ad revenue. So on Facebook, on Instagram, if you just look at, they have 2 billion plus users. So they have 2 billion plus users with them. They collect the data of these 2 billion plus users, not just from their platform. They know where these users are going, what are different applications these users are using. They also have the partnership with the third party application, partnership with the third party website. They collect the data, they observe the movement, they track your movement, and they know each and everything about what you're doing. So in case, like for example, you might have watched, like it has happened with me many times, that I just searched yesterday web development, and I just saw one video on the web development, and after that I gone on Instagram, and I basically started getting ads on web development. The same thing might have happened with, for example, you have searched how to make money, how to save time, and you might have seen lots of other advertisements. They collect all this data and they have created one product. The product name is FB ads, and they sell this FB ad product to the marketing teams, to the different marketers, or to different digital marketers. Now these digital marketing teams, what they do, they basically have the clients to put the ads for these clients in order to reach the right audience. Now to getting the ad to the relevant audience, for that they need to collect the data, and they collect the data from different sources. Collect the data, use the AI, machine learning, advanced technologies, and they reach to the relevant crowd, they reach to relevant audience. How the selling of the course online is done. This is not just for the course. Even if you just look at, many of the people also put the ads for their specific video of their Instagram, put the ad for their profile as well, in order to promote their profile. So there's a lot of ways basically in they use this data to make the profile reach to the right audience, to make the profile to make the advertisements reach to a right audience, to make the course reach to a right audience. So the simple thing is that they have collected the data of 2 billion plus users. They use that data, they have created the FB ad product, and they sell this FB ad product to digital marketing teams. Digital marketing team put the advertisements for their clients, and help their clients to reach to the correct audience, to the accurate audience. And to improve the accuracy, data is very much important. As it has been famously said, data is the new oil. Data is very much important, and to reach to the relevant audience. So this is what the basic concept, basic model of Facebook, why the stock of the Meta has gone down. So one of the reason is the high valuation is also been given to the stock. Okay, not just Meta, the stock across the world, just the big tech companies has been given a high valuation, not just in US, not just on Wall Street, but also on also in India as well. If you just look at many of the stock in India, many of the tech stocks in India, many of the new age companies, they have been given a crazy valuation, and as a result of which, okay, if the earnings are not that great, okay, for example, if you are giving such a high valuation to any company, but if their results are not that great, then definitely the selling takes place. Okay, and that is what happened with Meta as well. There, okay, if you just look at this Q4 FY21, and if you've been wondering that it was Q3, it's not Q4. So the financial calendar of USA is different, financial calendar of India is different. So it is Q4 FY21 in USA. So if you just look at the recent result of Q4 FY21 of Meta, their net income has gone down by 8% YoY. Along with that, their daily users has gone down by 500k. Their growth prospects, their growth forecast is also not that great. It is just 3 to 11%. So there's a lot of things basically which took the stock down. First of all, the earnings were not that great, and they have been given high valuation. So you expect as an investor that you should get a really great result, but that was not something which they saw. And it was first time in the history of Facebook that daily active users has not increased. It has actually decreased by 500k. That was also something which was not a great sign. This was the first reason, that the quarter 4 result was not that great. The second reason is TikTok versus Reels. So TikTok is banned in India for the security reasons, but and that was the time when shorts came. That was the time when Reels came, and we certainly Indians got the alternative, and today we people in India use the Reels. But TikTok is not banned in other countries across the world, and as a result of which, if you just look at the growth of the TikTok, even they are not present in such a big Indian market, their growth is continuously up. They are growing really fast. Okay, and they are actually capturing the great amount of audience in the short form content. And short form content is going to be a future. Okay, it's really going to be the future, and that is something which is happening now, that the short form content, TikTok is really capturing the market, and Reels is certainly not able to capture that much good amount of market. So Facebook is putting, or Meta is putting a money into the Reels, but certainly they are not getting that great result, but they are not able to compete that well against TikTok. Reels is not able to compete that well against TikTok. That is one of the things which is happening right now. And if you just look at, even I read some of the data. Okay, if you just look at, first of all, TikTok is among the top downloaded application, and that is one thing. The second thing is that on TikTok the average time is 52 minutes, as compared to on Reels the average time is just 27 minutes. So the average time is less in Reels as compared to TikTok. So this clearly says that TikTok is getting more eyeballs as compared to the Facebook. This shows that Insta Reels are losing the battle against TikTok. Here I would like to tell you one of my experience. Okay, I've been also posting lots of Reels on my channel, and on my channel I've been posting Reels, but Facebook certainly do not want to give the organic reach to its crowd. Okay, to its creator, and as a result of which, when TikTok is available and when Reels is available, many people are going for the TikTok rather than going for the Reels, because thing is, many people get a good amount of reach, a great reach on TikTok like application. But if you just look at on Reels, you do not get it. Like for example, if I put two Reels in a day, or if I just put two Reels on consecutively, then I do not get that great reach. Say my video do not reach to large amount of audience. So that is one thing which happened. That is something which is restricted by Instagram. And if you just look at Instagram, they do not want to give the organic reach to the creators, because if they give the organic reach to the creators, creators will not use the Facebook ad, and as a result of which their revenue will go down. Okay, as a result of which, in those countries where TikTok is available, people are choosing TikTok instead of Reels. That is something which is happening. And even if you just look at the youth in USA, for that matter, or Gen Z in USA, or many of the people in USA, they will say that this is a TikTok guy, I saw your video on TikTok. They will not say that I saw your video on YouTube Short, or I saw your video on Reels. So India definitely, India do not have the TikTok. Once the TikTok comes in India, I don't know whether it will come or not, but if the TikTok comes in India, definitely TikTok will have a great market as compared to Reels, because that is the truth, that is the fact. Okay, so that is one thing, they're losing the market against the TikTok. The second thing is Apple came up with their update. Apple came up with their iOS 14 update, and this update has been not that great, not just for Facebook. It has not been great for the Google ads as well. Okay, it has not been great for many of the social media applications which take the data, which track the users. So with this particular update, it actually tells the users what is the information this application is going to take. Okay, at the same time, it also tells the user that do you want to opt out of tracking. So as I said, that Facebook know what are the other things you are doing on your mobile, what are the other websites you are going on your mobile. Basically Facebook, once you go on the Instagram, it can track your activity. that tracking can be disabled with this iOS 14 update. Now once this tracking is disabled, Facebook will have less data, so as a result of which the accuracy of the Facebook ads will go down, and as a result of which those digital marketing people will not that great result for their clients. And if the digital marketing people will not get that great result for the clients, digital marketing teams will shift from Facebook ads to the Google ads. Google ads is the largest advertisement platform or digital advertisement platform in the world, and the revenue has been continuously increasing. If you just look at the recent result of the Google, it has been a great result for them. And if you just look at the ad revenue, it has actually increased. And why it has increased? Because of this iOS 14 update. And I would like to tell you, in India we have a majority of the people using the Android mobile, and very less people, less chunk of people using the iOS mobile. But in the tier 1 countries like Canada or USA, like for example in Canada and USA, the users 50% plus users use just iPhone. So I read one of the example in which one of the lady who is into digital marketing, she actually put the advertisements for the real estate companies. She was getting a great result with the Facebook ads. After iOS 14 update, her clients were not getting that great result, and because of this she shifted her budget from Facebook ad to the Google ad. That is something which is happening now because of this iOS 14 update. Now you might be like, but is Google not affected because of this? No, Google is also affected because of this, definitely. Okay, but Google, if you just look at Google majority of the ad revenue comes from Google search. If you just search for example iPhone 13, you will get that relevant ad. So because majority of the revenue comes from the keyword, majority of the revenue comes from the Google search, they are not affected that much. They are obviously their advertisements from YouTube, their advertisements from Google emails, or their advertisement from maps and all these other mobile applications is affected. But the majority of the revenue comes from the search, as a result of which they are able to get a much better result for their clients. Also, Google came up with a lot of innovative advertisement products as well. Like for example, they came up with gallery advertisement, they come up with a discovery advertisement. Recently, if you just look at a Google discovery feed, you will see there's a lot of shorts in that. There's a lot of a lot of shorts videos as well, so they are also going into that. Okay, so in this way basically Google is not affected that much as compared to Facebook. Actually, digital marketing agencies are shifting their ad budget from Facebook, from FB ads to the Google ads. Another problem is that regulators are headache for Facebook. Regulators are continuously having the eye, continuously watching the Facebook activity, watching the Meta activity, because in the past they have done lot of things which has killed the competition in the market. For example, they purchased WhatsApp, they purchased Instagram. Okay, so as a result of which they have done lots of things in the market which has actually killed the competition. And as a result of which now these competition commissions do not want that they should do something more, they should acquire something. Or so as a result of which competition commission have a watch on the activity of the Facebook. That is also not allowing them to actually do some other acquisitions. Because if you just look at Facebook might have done some of the other acquisitions as well, but Facebook has not done some acquisitions, and the main reason is because they can't do it now, because the competition commission is continuously have a watch on them. They do not want that Meta should become more and more powerful. Even last year Facebook was asked that to separate Facebook, WhatsApp and Instagram into different entities. That was also something which was asked to them, and then Facebook came up with the Meta concept and all these things. So this is something which is also happening, that regulators have a continuous watch on them. And recently even European Union has asked them that they should basically store the data they store the data in Europe, in the European countries only, rather than sending it to the USA. And many of the even politicians, many of the ministers of Germany and different other European Union countries, they have been continuously saying that we do not have any problem when Facebook and Instagram goes out from Europe. It is totally not a issue. I personally think that is not the case, because definitely lots of business work on this particular platform, but definitely they are seeing all these things. And even Facebook has said that if we can't send the data outside Europe, we can't send the data to USA, then we might exit European market. That is something which has also been said. So there is a lot of issues with that as well. There's a lot more other countries which has been continuously putting a lot of regulations on them, has been finding them for different things. So there's a lot more regulations issues right now with Facebook, right now with Meta. That is another issue with them. And I personally think in the coming time these regulations regarding all the social media and all these things are going to go up, they're not going to go down. So this is another thing which they need to take care of. Next problem is the metaverse itself. So Facebook announced that they are going to concentrate on the metaverse. They are going to create their own metaverse platform, going to create such an enormous experience for the users and all these things. But the problem here is that on metaverse in last 1 year, dollar 10.1 billion has been used. Okay, 10.1 billion dollar has been invested for the metaverse platform. Now, first of all, their present is not looking that great. If you just look at, they are losing the battles against TikTok. They are losing the battle against Google Ads, and now even they are talking that okay, and even and now Mark Zuckerberg is asking to his investor, Mark Zuckerberg is asking to his users, to his team, that you know what, I know there is a problem with the present, there's a problem with all these things, but we need to focus on a metaverse. We need to put money into the metaverse as well, and we need to grow the metaverse. We need to put billions of dollars into the metaverse. That is something is again not like, because you know what, even if you just look at metaverse is going to be really big. That is what my opinion is, because I'm really bullish on that particular thing. But many of the people might also be thinking, यार metaverse होगी चीज़, नई चीज़ होगी नहीं होगी, it's 10 years down the line, there's going to be a lot of competitions and all these things, so whether it will be that much big and all these things. So this seems like a risk for the investors as well. So as a result of which, the metaverse is one of the issue, and you are again spending billions of dollars on metaverse. That is again not liked by the investors, and as a result of which, again the stock of the meta is going down, because investors are downgrading the stock because of their metaverse, because of the Mark Zuckerberg vision for the metaverse. I personally think metaverse can be a big thing, but there's going to be a lot more competition in the market. So it's a new field, and there's a lot more opportunity for the small players as well to enter and become big into this particular industry. And that is the thing as well. Okay, Facebook is such a big magnitude company, and for such a big magnitude company to actually focus on their present, at the same time invest heavily on the future, is something becomes a bit of a risky for this kind of a growth stock. The kind of market cap Facebook has, if you just look at this kind of market cap companies, इंडिया में यार इन्फोसिस और ये है, इनका वन थर्ड ऑफ मार्केट कैप है. बट इफ यू जस्ट लुक एट these companies are still a stable companies, these companies are still a stable companies. People will say that okay, these companies will grow slowly, but they are they give the stability, they do not go down. Okay, just imagine Infosys going down by 26%. Okay, but that is not a case with the Facebook has always been the kind of a company, they have been taking the risk, or Mark Zuckerberg has been the kind of a person which has been continuously taking which has been taking the risk. And I actually really think that how much passion this man has. 37 years of age, he's a billionaire, he's among the top 10 richest people, and still he wants to do more. He wants to actually come in different industries, come in different things, and actually do this and want to create something much more bigger. That is something which shows a true passion, true fire. Okay, that's really motivates me, to be honest. But will metaverse become big, or if metaverse become big, will the Facebook metaverse will become big? That is one of the risk as of now. And when the investors are asked that billions of dollar will be invested into that, definitely the downgrade, the stock gets also downgraded. Now, what is the solution for this? In my opinion, one of the solution for this is that, first of all, they have the reels, right? So okay, and this is something which I guess Facebook is going to do, Meta is going to do, is that they have already kept aside $1 billion. Okay, they have good amount of cash flow, so $1 billion is not a big thing for them. They have kept aside $1 billion, and they are going to invest into the reels. They are going to give incentives. Okay, they are going to give money to the reels creator. If this thing happens, then definitely more people will create reels as well with TikTok. So that will something where we'll try that. Okay, this will definitely help them to take the market share of the short form content from TikTok. This is really a great move if they are really going to do this particular thing. The second thing is that IGTV. I personally think they need to focus on the IGTV and actually put advertisements in between of the IGTV. That is something they can do. I also saw Amazon Prime. If you just look at on Amazon Prime, you have Mini TV, Amazon Mini TV, where there's a lot of content creators are creating the content. I guess Facebook I guess Instagram can also do the same with the IGTV. They should ask many of the creators to create the content on their platform. Should change the interface of the IGTV a bit, because it's not that great interface. They should change the UI of the IGTV a bit, and they should actually put the advertisements in between. That is something which will work really well for them and actually get more and more revenue for them. Okay, that is something I personally think they can do. Okay, so these are some of the solutions. Now, in conclusion, I would like to tell you, Although the one thing which has Facebook is not that great is the innovation. If you just look at Google ads, if you just look at Google has majority of their products or are made by Google, as a result of which Google has been able to generate a good amount of revenue from the advertisements, because they have been continuously creating more and more advertisement product, continuously creating lot more products for the users and getting lots more users on their platform. So Google has done a really great work. But if you just look at Facebook, there's no innovation at all. They took the stories idea from the Snapchat, they took the reels idea from the TikTok, and they actually purchased the Instagram, they actually purchased the WhatsApp. So one thing the Mark Zuckerberg has done is the acquisition, where wherever he sees that there's a large amount of crowd is going, he basically acquired that particular application, and as a result of which now they are not able to acquire anyone, or they are not able to come with the innovative idea. Innovation is something which is they are not able to do, but one thing which they are good at is that they are good able to keep their audience on their platform. I don't know how, but there was a lot more issues. Okay, the kind of negative marketing which has been done, if you just look at the top 10 companies, okay, the Facebook has the maximum negative marketing. The Facebook has the maximum people talking against it. Even the people who do not have any knowledge in the tech or any knowledge about the business of the Facebook, they still knows that these people are taking our data. Our data has been leaked many times. Many times Facebook has been alleged to use the data for the political things. So the negative marketing of the Facebook is really at the top. But still they have been able to attract you more and more users. Still they have been able to keep the users. Okay, they have been able to make the users not to leave their platform, and that is something which is really a great thing. No one still people use Instagram knowing that their data is going to the Facebook, okay, or their data is going to the Meta, and their data has, okay, more and more data is going. People know that WhatsApp is not that much secure, still people use it. So all these things in all, if you just look at, people know everything, but still they have been able to keep the users on their platform. They have been able to attract the more and more users on their platform. And I personally think even in the metaverse, if they are able to create a great metaverse, they will be able to do this particular thing, because Facebook know how to reach the large audience, and that is something they have a great specialty into. It is about the future. As of now, in present, the Meta stock is really struggling. The company have a lot of challenges. This was it from this particular video. If you like the video, like it, subscribe to my channel, and share with your friends. Thank you very much.